Indie Channels Television is still catching them young. Now, 7 more schools have booked their spots in the round of 16 of the Channel's National Kids Cup Lagos Preliminaries at the Campus Square. Ex-Planter Primary School Ikorodu recorded a comprehensive 9-0 win over Abino Molulu Primary School to advance. Mao Primary School beat Mazmas 2-1, while Army Children dispatched St. Paul's 3-0. At the Onikon Stadium, Greenhaven lost to Troika 2-0 on penalties after both sides played a 1-1 draw in regulation time. Linkrest also advanced 4-2 on penalties following a goalless draw with Muslim Association Primary School. Joining them in the next round, a Methodist Primary School after they beat Rolex Children's 3-0. And finally, Community Primary School beat Infant Jesus 3-2 on penalties after drawing goalless in regulation time.
Very, very promising day, I tell you, and all is set for this the national series, but it's a build-up to the series. It's Striker versus their opponents, talk about Greenhaven, and Striker is making the first incursion. Striker gets a goal! What an opening goal! And it's unstoppable excitement here at the Onikon Stadium. Our dear Ken Oshinogo, we'll be able to tell our listeners, our viewers, what it has been, how it has been. That is goal number 2. I was about bringing Oshinogo in, and that's an equalizing goal for Greenhaven, and that was quite a lovely strike. So that makes it a 1-1 now.
Into their own box.
Yesterday, to be recorded that both Kit and Kane and, of course, Maryland Convent settled for penalty.
Young man steps up. The referee signifies. Oh, my goodness! That was over the bar.
So to say. So the number 6 man, or the number 8 man, Utulu now with the penalty, and he takes it, and it's goal number 1 for Striker.
At the point of the game, he steps up to take his own penalty. He needs to score to keep his team in the game. Oh, my God! And the goalkeeper saves it!
Well, for a moment I thought that the goalpost was too high for the goalkeeper, but of course the player just shot his penalty kick right over the bar, so well. Our correspondent Austin Okonakwan is joining us on the show today for more on the Channel's National Kids Cup Lagos Preliminaries.
Charles, good to be
Glad
here.
to have you on the show again, Austin.
Always a delight to talk about grassroots football.
Good. Now, well, I saw the 9-0 result, but then what was it like today?
I know yesterday we got a 9-0 result also. Yesterday it was Onikon Stadium that recorded 17 goals in total. Today was very tight at Onikon. Teams came out, played competitive football. We got only 5 goals in regulation time at Onikon, and then it was Campus Square, and I got 17 goals. So in total today we got 22 goals. So they switched it.
So
yeah.
they switched it.
They switched it. 31 goals yesterday, 22 today. But let's begin with what happened at Onikon Stadium. Tight game of football. About 3 penalties: 0-0, 1-1, 0-0. Charles, and when people say, oh, but the goalpost is too high, this field is too big, and these kids can keep such tight score lines. What does it tell you that we still have talents right there in the schools?
Absolutely.
Schools.
I was thinking that is it that we're having more defensive-minded teams?
There you go. You see, so they understand at this point that if I'm not scoring, I shouldn't concede, and that's guiding schools. Greenhaven, they're close to us here. They played a very competitive game. Actually, their first goal of the competition. So when they were losing at the start of the game, Troika scored first in the first minute, and then one of the girls from Greenhaven came and said, "Uncle, is it practice or the main match?" And I said, it's the main match. And I heard another girl say to the girl asking me, Charles, she said, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But when they eventually scored their goal, you need to see Onikon Stadium. And that's what we love. The fun and excitement came out. They were excited, they were jumping, they were singing, they were dancing. But unfortunately, they lost on penalties.
Oh, wow. Well, I also understand that you've also introduced some very unique rules about fair play and actually rewarding integrity.
That's the word, Charles. You see, at the Channel's National Kids Cup, we re-emphasize one thing, that it's not about winning. First, we want to imbibe values into these kids at a tender age. So at Campus Square, Abino Molulu lost their first game to Ex-Planter. In fact, they were demolished 9-0. But the technical committee, they liked what they saw in Abino. The kids were calm. They showed fair play. They showed what those qualities you want to see in sportsmen. And then they said, since the other guys didn't turn up, talking about Corona, and beautiful path, we're expecting them to come play against themselves and pick one slot from Campus Square, but both teams
so both teams did not turn up for their match. They were supposed
to play themselves.
Interesting.
And they didn't turn up. And we need to fill that slot, so we'll get the complete 16 teams. The technical committee went back. So we like what we saw with Abino Mololu. It's a very old private school around in Surulere.
Okay.
But the values this guy showed, just got to the minds of the technical committee, and they said, Abino Mololu will take that.
What exactly was unique about their conduct?
They were calm. They came, the little kids were listening to what the uncles were saying, the games masters, and they were thrashing them 9. Who cares? They were just playing football. They were running around. And they were little kids. You see them, 10, 9, 11, they try to kick the ball, but it's not going so far because we understand that, yes, they do not have the same strength like the other guys. But what are we saying? We did the same thing last year with Lincrest.
Okay.
Teams were cheating, and if they beat this phase, they go to the next round, we discover them disqualified. We see the next one disqualified. So Lincrest, that they kept on beating Lincrest, but in the end, it was Lincrest that was picked to the finals.
Well, okay, fine. We have our last 16 intact, don't we?
That's right.
So what are we expecting next?
So tomorrow, more games. This is the last 16 schools already. We've already run through it. So by tomorrow, Charles, more games to be played. Then on Friday, the final day, we'll play 3 matches. We'll get 2 teams that represent Lagos at the national.
Okay, so we're actually concluding the preliminaries for the Lagos, the Lagos preliminaries of the Kids Cup this week.
This week, Friday, we'll get the 2 teams that will represent Lagos.
Well, of course, I will be looking forward to the 2 teams that will emerge, and I wonder exactly who they'll be. Will they get there via integrity, or will they get there? I'll be looking forward to that. That will be very unique.
Lincrest are still in the competition.
Interesting.
They won for penalties.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Same here, but I'm enjoying the fun and excitement.
I envy you.
Thank you, Charles.
Thanks, Austin.
Thank you, Charles.
Well, do keep us posted.
We'll be back again.
That's right. That's our sports correspondent, Austin Okonakwan, with the latest from the Channels Kids Cup. Lagos preliminaries and 16 teams making it into the last 16. Well, looking forward to getting the 2 teams that will be representing Lagos.